Episode 9 is set to bring a return of characters Kylo Ren and Rey by writer and director J.J. Abrams in this film. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. And that's the one real interesting aspect of Episode 9. Something that's really leaving me very curious about this movie is exactly what will Kylo Ren's endgame be in this film, as well as Rey's path in this movie. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams is bringing Kylo Ren down a darker path and will also be applying a lot of elements of Darth Vader to the character, while also adding new elements to the character of Rey. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc., one of which has all to do with a big Reylo moment between both Kylo Ren and Rey, and of course a moment that actually gives us a huge hint of Force bonds coming back into this movie. Specifically, a description of Rey meditating inside of a cave with her eyes closed on top of a large boulder that is levitating off the ground. It's described that an odd sound is audible to Rey as she opens her eyes and witnesses Kylo Ren standing inside of the cave with her around 7 feet away. The next goes over the two holding hands. Here, Kylo Ren has his mask off. His hair is combed and put in a new style that is different than the last two installments. Kylo Ren's right hand is touching Rey's cheek. Rey appears to be slightly sad for some reason. This also seems to be yet another Force bond sequence like the ones in Episode 8. The last goes over Kylo Ren and Rey very close, face to face. It seems that there is tension between the two, as if they both have feelings for each other that they are hiding from each other. So I really wanted to go over a couple of parts here that really do pique my interest about this film between both characters Kylo Ren and Rey. Now obviously this is most definitely a Reylo moment, something that a lot of fans would call it as Reylo, where we have this slight romantic angle between both Rey and Kylo Ren in Episode 9. And it has been said that this movie is going to be very tragic and emotionally satisfying when it comes to the ending of this movie between these two characters. So I think that, they're trying to set up this romantic angle in Episode 9, but it's going through a lot of different obstacles here, and it seems as so that the Force bond sequences are back in play in Episode 9. They kind of gave us a little hint there at the very end of The Last Jedi, where it's still active between the two characters. It also could be a hint of Snoke still being alive as well. It could be either or, really. Now, the one that I really want to go over is how Kylo Ren is actually right in front of Rey, where his right hand is on her cheek and she appears to be very sad. Now, they're both looking at each other face to face. They're very close to each other. It seems as so that these two characters are evolving when it comes to their relationship between them two. So I think that the idea of these two characters being the romance part of Star Wars, or the couple of the Star Wars sequel trilogy, it is a good idea at heart, but it's going to be very hard to pull off, with Kylo Ren being a murderer, essentially, killing off his own father, a father that, by the way, he actually never hated. He only killed him off to pretty much, get rid of that weakness, which was grasping onto his parents all the time. So with that being said, the character of Kylo Ren interacting with Rey in this Force bond sequence, while she's actually meditating in this cave on top of a large boulder that's levitating off of the ground. It sounds like Kylo Ren interrupts her Jedi training in isolation, which is a very interesting angle for a Star Wars movie. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the Force bonds to me in The Last Jedi were overdone. They really were. I think that they were a little bit too excessive in the movie, and they really could have dialed it down a notch. I'm just hoping that they don't do it too much in this film, maybe 1 or 2 times tops. I would say do it once and one time only, and that's it. Leave it at that. So I think that J.J. Abrams, at heart, knows what he's doing. He's trying to do different things here, while also trying to expand what was done in The Last Jedi. I, for one, think that the Force bond should go. I feel like that they should do something different where they're actually face-to-face in person, physically in the same exact room or environment. That makes more sense to me. But this Force bond, for some reason, is still latched onto them. It's as if it's a permanent ability now between these two characters, and that could very well be the effect, or the side effect, of Supreme Leader Snoke actually bridging their minds together. So, with that being said, the concept of Reylo, guys, what do you think about it? I know a lot of people out there dislike it. I also know a lot of people out there like the idea. Like I say, I'm not totally against both Rey and Kylo Ren being the quote-unquote couple of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. To me, it's just a little hard to believe where Kylo Ren killed his own father, and he indirectly killed his own uncle, and he's killed tons of innocent people, not to mention a lot of Luke's Jedi students, and those clan members that we actually got a glimpse of in the Force-back vision in The Force Awakens. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this whole entire sequence here for Episode 9. What do you think about these two characters and the concept of Reylo? How do you feel about it? Can it work? Can J.J. Abrams make it actually work? And the fact that Kylo Ren's basically a murderer, can you actually deal with that? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.